That's the whole colony, isn't it?
Hello and welcome to the second episode of the Winding and Wandering podcast. My name is Emily. I live in a small country town in the middle of Victoria in Australia. It's currently autumn here, and so I thought I'd take the opportunity to come outside and enjoy some of the lovely colours. Today I'm wearing a modified version of a sweater whose name I can't remember. I will insert it because it's gone out of my head. This is knitted in alpaca yarn that I op-shopped, and it's super cozy. I'm also wearing, you can really see it, but a black linen version of a chamomile crop, and they're two staples in my wardrobe that I love wearing. I've got a few works in progress to share with you today, and one finished object, which has been actually finished for a while. It's the birthday socks that I made for Ben last year. It took me a little while longer to finish them than his birthday, unfortunately, but we all knew that was going to happen. So I'll pull them out and I'll show you. I've got all my bits and pieces here, so we can have a good chat through all the projects. So these are the socks that I made for Ben for his birthday last year. So it's a little bit inspired by the Hocus Pocus socks by this Handmade Live, which also has a cable down the side. This one is just a really simple crossover cable that the other one's a little bit more complicated, which is also lovely and beautiful, but I didn't have the brain space for something a bit more complicated. So these are knit in Bentigo Woolen Mills sock yarn that I dyed naturally using avocado seeds and skins for the pinky kind of colour, and then this colour here is dyed with marigolds that I grew in my garden, and then I modified a little bit with iron to make it a bit more of a murky colour. So I really love these, and I'm so happy with how they turned out, and he loves them too, which is, the main thing really when they're a gift knit. So I'm really happy about that. What else do I have to show you? Oh, last time I was also working on a sweater which I have affectionately named the Frankenstein sweater because it's a combination of all sorts of different patterns. It's a cable sweater. Where's the front of this? This way. Also for Ben. This is knit in Knitting for Olive Heavy Merino in the colour navy blue, I think. Yes, navy blue. So I just picked out we both picked out together some cable patterns that Ben really liked, and sort of fitted them into a stitch count combination. This has been really slow going. I love cables, I love the look of them, but I find them really tedious and slow to knit. So I'm looking forward to picking this up again though, because I've almost finished the other sweater that I was working on for him. In fact, I did finish it, and then I was worried when I did the Italian bind off that it would be too tight, and so I was very mindful to not pull too tightly as I was sewing, and in fact it was too loose. So I've ripped back all of the ribbing to just give it another shot, because I think that was part of it too. I was a little bit worried about the ribbing as well being too tight, and so I was more on the loose end, and it was really drapey, maybe really gappy, and that wasn't comfy for Ben, which is totally understandable. So this is sweater number 18 by My Favourite Things Knitwear. This is also knitting for Olive Heavy Merino. This is the colour Dark Ochre, and I love this colour. Oh, there's a hair. I think it's just so beautiful, such an earthy kind of colour. And the stitch definition is lovely as well. Oh, this has got garden all over it now. This maybe wasn't the best idea. Yeah, I love the stitch definition. It's grippy without feeling too rustic. I think it'll be really lovely to wear. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to finishing this. I have a few more rounds of 1x1 rib to go, and then I'll try again to cast it off. Okay, so we are getting to the time of year again, ironically, because it was so long ago that I filmed my first episode. That is birthday sock season again, because I want to give myself plenty of time to try and get a pair finished on Ben's birthday this time round. So I'm actually knitting 2 pairs of socks. The first one is a decoy, just so I have something to work on that's simple and round and round and round. I do have this that I really want to be cracking on with, but I'm sure you'll understand wanting just something that is simple and mindless that you can take to a cafe and enjoy without having to check a pattern all the time. So this is actually knitted using the leftovers of last year's birthday socks. So I'm kind of doing the inverse. Again, Bendigo woolen mills, sock yarn. The toes are knit with marigolds, and this middle section with avocado. I thought I would do toe up this time. Often I knit cuff down, but I thought I'd try toe up purely because I wasn't sure how far the pink would get me. So I weighed my yarn balls and figured out what was about half, and went from there. Unfortunately, I got to here and ran out. And I'd like them a little bit longer, so I thought maybe I'd have enough of the greeny mustardy colour to keep going, but I'm not loving how that's looking. I've done like a round, so I might rip that out and try a different colour before using this for the cuff. So they're on I've stalled a little bit on them. What I think I might do is put these on some scrap yarn and start the toe of the second sock, because I really enjoyed the process of that, I have to say. I'm not sure if it will become my go-to because I'm so used to doing socks the other way, but I really loved how it worked out. It was really simple once I got the hang of it. I watched a video, I will put that on the screen too, who that's by, on how to do that, as well as the heel. Yeah. So they are my decoy socks, something that I can work on around Ben, so he doesn't suspect what his birthday socks are going to look like. So the birthday socks themselves, you will have seen the yarn if you saw my last vlog, or my only vlog so far, on dyeing with eucalyptus. So these are the colours I have for Ben's socks this year. This rusty kind of colour is dyed using eucalyptus leaves, and this more tanny brown colour is dyed with acorns. It's really interesting to me actually, because I know that there's some variation with natural dyes anyway, but this is the acorn dyed yarn that I used 2 years ago, I think, for Ben's socks, compared to this one. So these acorns were a lot fresher, and I don't think I had quite so many of them, whereas these ones were probably almost a year old, the acorns. And I had a stack of them. Nothing really eats them here in Australia, so I don't feel bad about collecting them and using them to dye some yarn. It's always something that I try to be mindful of, is not taking more than I need of things. So that is the yarn, there's 3. And I'm knitting the Claire de Lune socks by Saskia & Co. Used to be the Petite Knitter. And this is where I'm at so far. So I've got the acorn yarn up the top here, and then my main colour is the eucalyptus. And I'm really happy with how they're coming out. I think they're beautiful. I had to remind myself again to use to be mindful of colour dominance. So I'm holding the white yarn on the left, and the rusty colour on the right. But I love them so much, and I think he will too. So this is the first sock, and I've probably got a little bit more to go before the heel. I'm going to use the acorn colours again for the heel and for toe. Yeah, I love them. I'm really enjoying working on them. The pattern's very Moorish. I think it's that whole just get to the end of this row, and then you see what's coming next, and you watch the pattern appear, and yeah, I'm really loving that. I've obviously got lots of things already that I need to finish, and that I am enjoying working on, but I'm also in need of a new winter hat. So here in Australia we're in autumn right now, and we're heading into winter, and where we are, it does get quite cold. It's not unusual to have minus something in the mornings in winter, and Ben and I do lots of walking, so I'd really love to have another new hat. Mine is just a store-bought one that's gapping a little bit at my ears, and they're getting cold, so I'd really love to have a nice new cozy winter hat. I was at the op shop the other day, and I found this yarn, which is some hand spun. I've never knitted with hand spun before, and it's this really lovely blend of brown, a deep brown and more chocolatey, and then some grey to it as well. So I'm not sure how it will go. It's still quite grippy, I can feel a lot of the lanolin is still in the yarn, but I did a teeny tiny little swatch just to see what it would be like, and this is how it came out. And I love the look of that. I think that would be such a beautiful hat. Again, it doesn't feel too scratchy or itchy, but it's nice and grippy. So I haven't quite decided on what pattern I'm going to use yet. I've got a few ideas in mind. I'm thinking maybe a ribbed hat, but yeah, I've been having a big look through Ravelry to try and find out what's around and what I think would suit me. So that is a future plan. I think I should have enough. I did weigh this. I can't remember now how much is there, but I weighed it and I thought that would be enough for a hat. So that is my future plans at the moment. But thank you for joining me as I go through all of my whips and one finished object since I've spoken with you last. I feel like I have knitted more than that, but the sweater of Ben's, the mustardy one, I've been really focusing on that to try and get him something nice and cozy for winter. Unfortunately, he lost a favourite cardigan, and so many people have said, "Oh, was it one that you knitted?" And I wish it was, because it's a gorgeous cardigan, and if I had knit it, I'd be able to knit him another one. But it was not. So again, thinking about how to. We haven't been able to find anything like that, and I haven't really found a pattern that's as similar to what he really wants. It has a shawl neck, and then I think it was maybe fisherman's rib or something like that. So lots of thoughts and plans, But thank you again for joining me. It's been so lovely to have your company, and I look forward to seeing you next time.